Hey guys, welcome to sunny Bermuda. As you can see, the lawn season is coming to a close. Whew, look at all those leaves scattered all over the yard. Lawn's about to go dormant. It's getting down to 50, lows in the 30s. It's a couple of days next week, so let's shoot a video on something I've received in the mail. It is a, what is this? This is a, I'm going to sharpen some lawnmower blades. Pretty nifty package. Comes with some instructions here, and it actually looks like a pretty well machined tool here. See if I can pull this out one-handed. If not, I may have to pull it out, set the camera down and pull it out. Well, there we go. That's pretty nice. Looks like it's got an angle for your different angles. A lot of blades typically are set at 30 degrees as far as the angle. And what I mean by the angle is the angle of sharpness. You see, this one I did by hand earlier in the summer. Hadn't used it because I actually gave this mower to my mom. Need to bring her these blades. Got another one down there. It hasn't been sharpened, but this one was sharpened by hand, and I hope to put a little cleaner edge on it with this tool here. But most of the blades are 30 degrees, and then some, I believe the mulching blades for the Honda mower, which is the Honda commercial mower right there, is 40 degrees. So you can see they're a little different. These actually go together if you have a Honda mulching mower, and it does go up to 40 degrees. Before I mount this to my little Keter workbench, let's go over the parts that came with. It came with this, of course, is a mounting tool, and it could be mounted to a table, a trailer down there, a workbench, anywhere you want to mount it. I'm just going to mount it to this workbench. That way I can remove it, quickly remove it. I'll probably use a clamp to hold it, see if that works out. I don't know if I have to do something a little bit more permanent, but I think a clamp should work. And also comes with 1, 2, 3, 4 different, not really bolts, I guess they're called bolts. They're more, I guess they're called, yeah, they're guide pins. And different ones fit different, all your common grinders here. I think I picked out the one that goes on this one. I mean, they're all different threads. Let's see if this one fit on my DeWalt. Yeah, and of course they come with a lock bolt as well, so you can take it down there and then lock it in. And I've already matched the nuts with the bolts on here, so we'll save these 3 in case I change to a different grinder. I'll have the bolts that will work for it. So now let's jump on this. It did not come with Allen wrenches, so I took a few minutes, went and grabbed my bag and made sure I found one that fits this. And these two bolts are the ones that mount the device to this, and that's the 2 holes right here mount to this. And also the smaller one goes to tighten this, and these 4 will hold the blade in place. So let's get this mounted. Okay, I simply got it mounted here. Yeah, it's really easy. Put these two bolts in. You can actually see the name, the GSTP Auto Parts here. And put these 2 bolts in, and I clamped it down on my workbench. Really easy. I did have to take some vice grips. You can see there, to kind of loosen this one up because it was really stiff. So I just loosened it up. That way when I put this in, voila, it just slides right in. we'll go ahead, let me just hang it here, and then we'll get the blade mounted. And you want to basically line it up so that it's somewhat centered in the device, and then tighten this one down. So I have to set the camera down and I'll tighten it down. Okay, got my blade in, my grinder is on. I need to put the battery in, which I have a battery here. Just grabbed a 5-volt battery, and always wear this because you do not want a piece of metal flying in your eyes. And I scrape the dirt off the blade because you always want to balance it every time you sharpen it. Put a stick through here and, you know, balance it, make sure it's good and even. So let's crank this up and see if we can get an edge on this blade. Look at how good that angle looks. Perfect angle. I actually have these are the mulching blades that I said earlier for the Honda. So I set it to 40 degrees. You can see right down here, see 40. And it laid a perfect edge on there. Look at that. Whew. Nice and sharp. So what I'll do is I'll flip this around, do the other side, and then I'll try and see if I can get this. This is a very strange angle, as you can see it curves and whatnot. So let's, just for grins, let's see how it works. Okay, I just put this weird looking mulching blade up here and shot it from the side. I don't know if you could see it, but this was really sweet because see the way it curves. I was able to, basically what you want to do is keep this, you want to keep the blade in the center of it as you go up it, and then as you get over here to the left, you move it to the left a little bit and then back to the right. It's kind of hard to show with one hand, but I'll take it out of this to be a little easier. You basically want to run the center of the disc up, over, and out. And it really looks like a really good edge on that. Look at that. Nice and level. So I'm pretty satisfied with it. Looks really good. So we'll finish. We'll rotate it and do the other side, and this set will be good to go. Once we balance it, we'll have to go get a screwdriver or sit it on, or really you could sit it on the edge here. Any smooth. Look at that. See, that's pretty level, or pretty balanced, I'd say. They also make special little balancers you can get off Amazon, but I find a screwdriver, anything flat like that, even a round pencil would work. So that's pretty level. All right, I flipped the blade over. Let's see if I can get a good angle of this to show you how beat up the blade is. You see how dull it is, and looks like some of the metal's been knocked off, maybe from hitting rocks or, you know, just average wear and tear on it. So let's stick it in there and let's see if we can clean that up a bit. Alright, just finished this side. See, it did a pretty good job on that. You can still see where the damage to the metal was from hitting rocks. But overall, it gave it a really good, gave it a good angle all the way down. Overall, really satisfied, but these blades are really hard to do. But overall, satisfied with this set. And now we'll just do a good old typical blade, and we'll set this to 30 inch. I believe this is just your standard mulching blade that you would get from Walmart. It's a Troy built blade. So we'll set this in and see how it looks. There's a before. Alright, just pop that on there. And yeah, oh yeah. It put a pretty decent edge on this as well. Kind of a little trouble here with the little dip. So I basically did this part first and then moved up and then did this. Raked it off. I may hit this a little more. And you can see it still has a little bit of needs a little more grinding done on it. These top parts. Oh yeah, it's really good. So, and then we'll flip it over. Well, that's all there is to it really. I mean, you can, during the season, you need your blade sharpened, just clamp it on here real fast. Make sure it's good and sturdy. And grab your disc. What I did is I'm using a 60 grit flat disc on here. And it's about the best thing I've used in my experience. And of course, screw this on. Just don't forget, just don't lose your pins there, your guide pins. Other than that, you can just fold this up, folds up really nice, and put it in your toolbox or wherever you have to store it. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and be sure and check it out. I'll put a link to this on my website and also in the description. If you'd like to purchase one of these, definitely worth it to keep your blade sharp. Guys, hope you have a great day, and we will see you soon.